A 7-year-old girl was kidnapped and killed by her own relatives. The Ashoknagar cops have now arrested the accused, Dhanraj Fulchand. The little girl, Ratibha Nisar, was an Austin town resident. She was the daughter of Nisar Ahmed. My colleague Deepak joins us with more details on this. Well, Deepak, a shocking case there. What exactly happened?
Nishita, of course, a very, very shocking case. If I could narrate the entire incident, this started yesterday at about 12:30 in the afternoon. Now, the deceased, the child, the 7-year-old, was at school while the entire scenario started. Now, the child's mother's sister, her husband, the person called Salman, who's already with the police right now. Now, he plotted this entire move. Let me explain this event by event, how it took place. Now, his wife, her name is Sabrina. Now, she went to the school and she told the teachers that one of their relatives had passed away. She had actually said the grandmother had passed away and she had to take the kid to the hospital. Now, you should know that one of the 7-year-old sister teaches in the same school where the 7-year-old was studying. So the teachers asked them, why not ask the teacher? Now, they claim that since they are fasting and they cannot go to the hospital, it will be tiring. So now somehow they managed to convince the teachers, and finally the teachers agreed. Since now she was relative, that's when they agreed, finally let her go with this woman called Sabrina. Now, immediately this lady has taken her to a house in Bharatinagar. This is where Salman and Sabrina stay together, and they have tied up the girl. In between this, they have removed all her clothes, they have removed all her belongings, the bag, everything was thrown away because they didn't want to carry all of this to their house. Immediately a message was sent to the family saying that we demand a ransom of 10 lakh rupees. Only then will the child reach home safe, or else she will be killed. So this was their first move. Immediately after this, the parents panicked. They went to the school. Now, you should understand that the father does not live here. He is a person from Dubai, and he was not here, so only the mother was here. So she panicked. She immediately went to the school. Now, while she approached the people from school, they informed them about how this person who came here looked. Now, she was wearing a burqa while she entered the school, so you could not see entirely, you could not notice her face entirely, so she had it covered completely. So, but then they explained what kind of footwear she was wearing, the bangles, everything in detail was explained. Now, this is when the mother contacted Sabrina for help. She said that this has happened to our daughter. We will go to the police station. We will file a complaint. Now, the teachers can identify the people who have actually kidnapped my daughter. So this is when Sabrina panicked. She did not know what to do, and finally she decided she will tell Salman about it. So, but Sabrina did not accompany her mother to the police station. This is when Salman and Ratibha's mother, that is the deceased mother, they went to the police station. About 3 to 4 people went to the police station. When they were talking to the police, Salman apparently was overreacting. He did not. He started fumbling. He started talking a lot. The police got a doubt on him. Immediately, you should commend the police here. They've immediately formed 3 teams to nab this person. So they already were fixed on how they should go about this case. So really quick action by the police here. So immediately in the police station itself, they had a doubt that Salman could somehow be involved in this. Immediately took him in for questioning. As soon as they questioned him, in a short while, Salman spilt the beans. This is when the blame game started. Salman started blaming his wife. He started saying that he is nowhere involved in this, and his wife is the person who committed this entire crime. So you should understand, while this happened, while they panicked at about 3:30, Sabrina at home realized that they would get caught, something could go wrong. This is when she took her dupatta, strangulated the 7-year-old and actually killed her, then rolled her up inside with the help of some cloth and dumped her inside the bed, underneath the bed. So this was when she was killed, Nishtita. So by this time, Salman started playing the blame game. He started telling that his wife has done this entire in the scene, and she planned this entire thing up. When the police questioned the wife, she started blaming the husband. So this entire scenario was planned up by the husband and wife so that they could make some quick bucks. They knew that their family was quite well off now. The father being an engineer working in Dubai, they were pretty well placed. Now they have 4 daughters. This is their 4th daughter now, but the entire scenario quite shocking. Him being the uncle taking such a step was quite a shocker, Nishita.
But absolutely, in fact, is such a case that too emerging from within the family and not because of any personal rivalry but only monetary gain is indeed extremely shocking here, Deepak. But how are the victims' family members reacting? Did they at any point in time suspect that something wrong had been going on, that the two individuals in question, the accused here, were up to no good?
There were talks about this. The mother, however, was not in a position to talk. Of course, the loss that she's had is unbearable, so she was not really in a position to comment. But the family members said that Salman was not of a great character. He was always a person who was involved in criminal activities. They say that right from childhood, he left his house at a very early age. He always had problems with people at home, and about 5 years he was missing, and people didn't know about his whereabouts at all. They didn't know who he was, where he was, with who he was. Finally, he returned a few years ago. That is when he got married, and finally they thought that he is he's settling down, he's probably going to improve on his behavior. They finally had some confidence in him, and actually the deceased mother and the parents actually let him live in their own house for some time. So that is the kind of confidence they still had in this man, Salman and Sabrina. They let them live in their house. They let them do everything they did a lot for them. But some of the other relatives, when we spoke to them, they said that Salman was not at all of good character. He always had a criminal intent in their mind. That's exactly what one of the relatives said. He always had a criminal intent. He always looked like somebody who's about to do something wrong. So the family members say that they did have a certain kind of suspicion that it could be him, but we should give it up to the police here. While he was in the police station, while he was actually going there to lodge a complaint on behalf of the family, this is when they've got a suspicion on him. This is when they suspected that he could have actually done something like this, and they have nabbed him, Nishita. So we should give it up to the Bangalore police, the Ashoknagar police, who are in charge of this case, who have nabbed him, and they've solved this case in a matter of a few hours. But the tragic loss to this family quite unbearable for them, Nishita.
Right, Deepak, thank you for joining us with all those details. Well, let's quickly listen to what the police official who is investigating this case had to say.
And one Salman, who is all along with the parents of the kidnapped child, he also came to the police station. He was acting as if he is helping the police in detecting the case. But our officers got suspicious about his movements and also his behavior. Then we started observing him and interrogating him. During the interrogation, it is revealed that Salman planned the kidnapping of this child a week back. He told his wife to go and pick the girl from the school. Yesterday she picked the girl around 12:45 p.m. They took the girl to their hideout, that is in Bharatinagar, their house. Before taking the girl there, they have disposed her uniform, her shoes, tiffin carrier and her bag also. Around 3:30, when the girl's side, that is parents, came to know that girl is kidnapped, they revealed that the teacher is describing the features of the woman who has taken the girl. This made them little bit frightened. Then they also came to know that they were knowing that if the girl is released, she will come out and tell their identities. Therefore, they strangulated the girl, killed the girl, and the dead body was hidden in their bedroom under the cot. And this man started searching for the girl. He started acting as if he is very worried, and he was all along with the parents. When we cracked the case, we interrogated him, we came to know that Salman and his wife, Shireen, is involved in the heinous crime. We have taken them, we have arrested them, and body is recovered, and the material which is involved in the crime is also recovered. We are asking for the police custody of these two accused. We are investigating the case.
Sir, you message school.
Well, in fact, there we have it, the cops there narrating what exactly had happened. Let's also take a look as to what MLA N.A. Harris had to say in this regard.
It's very sad to know that a small child, only 7 years old, They have strangled her to death, and it's only for some money like 10 lakhs or 10,000, whatever he has asked for. What has this innocent child done for all these things? So I feel we need to give a very clear message that this man who has done it should be hanged for this what he has done. He should not be spared. The court should and the police should take a very stern action, and this fellow should be hanged. That gives a clear message to others to avoid not to do such things. And our police department has done an excellent job. I appreciate them. Within a very short period, they have caught the culprit and they have brought it. So here what I feel is, because our society, the way things are going, it's very sad to realize and know these things are happening. We should give harsh punishment which will avoid these people from doing such things. Only this guy who has done it, he should be hanged to death. Then I feel that others also will have a fear. Otherwise he'll go now, they'll arrest him, he'll come out within 2 months, 3 months, he'll get bail and he'll come out. So what does it happen? So even if child's life is taken, it is not a big matter. That should not happen. So we should give a good message where this man gets a death punishment, so that others are also, will know. They will not do it again. Because we need to save life. Here we are worried about saving life, but our culture also. It's going deteriorating to a worse situation where we need to really take stock of it now.
Well, in fact, there we have it, a truly tragic case there where for no fault of this child, she was kidnapped and killed by her own relatives for the greed of money. The family now in absolute distress, unable to believe the kind of tragedy that has befallen them, but the police have managed to successfully apprehend the two accused.